Hi, it's Jeremy. It's Gaurang.
Hey, man.
Welcome to ZoomTV.com from India.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my first question to you is, when for the first time we saw you in Thor in
Yeah.
a cameo,
Yeah.
and when the role was offered to you, did you have any word with Kevin Feige and the folks at Marvel that how are you going to pitch in Hawkeye here? Because like you mentioned in Age of Ultron, he's a guy with a bow and arrow, and there are gods and there are super soldiers and
Right.
guys with super suits. So what was the conversation like?
Actually, it's funny. I was speaking about it with Kevin last night, and I remember the meeting. And first and foremost, I mean, it was such an honor to the thought of like that could be happening. But I was unfamiliar with the comics, and I was but so I got educated pretty quickly as I went and speak with them about it. And after seeing, I got excited about the meeting him for Hawkeye because I saw Iron Man. And that movie set it off ultimately for Marvel, but it certainly set it off for me as a moviegoer. Like, wow, this is actually plausible. They made this tin guy, this made it really plausible. Like, wow, they got a really good thing going on here. So I just trusted the people that know more than I, what they were doing, and I saw. There's the old version of Hawkeye in the comics, and there's the Ultimates, and blah, blah, blah. We just kind of spoke about those things and perhaps potential where it may or may not go. And just to be in that conversation was, an honor and a blessing.
When you're having this discussion and when you did those movies initially, did you anticipate that Marvel's going to go become this big box office juggernaut in the future?
I don't think anybody can predict where it's at right now. I mean, we're at 21 films.
Yeah.
Right? 21 films, and this is the 22nd, right? I don't know, I knew the first Avengers would be really tantalizing for a lot of moviegoers, right? The real first big movie I did for them. And they were not so confident that people would like it. I was like, well, guys, come on, man. They got all these guys together. You don't think people are gonna want to see that? I mean, I was pretty confident, but it went gangbusters from that point on. And then that universe really opened up. And I'm sure all those guys knew well beforehand where they were going and what they wanted to do. But I was just a fanboy, just kind of experiencing it as going along and lucky to be a part of it.
So when you were doing these films, and of course we can't really talk about what happens in the movie, but in case, like, because everyone's anticipating this might be the end because it's the end game. So what would you miss the most?
I don't miss anything, because you have to look at it in this way, and India has a beautiful sort of spiritual sort of place where, any end is a beginning, right?
That is
so. That's all I got to say about, that. I'm not missing anything.
Okay.
I feel like there's always a continuation. I feel like there's always something.
Okay.
But it's not in my control in a movie sense, but just, yeah. Hey, come on, 21 movies led to this.
Well, we are all excited for the movie, and thank you so
Yeah.
much for your time, and it was really
I'm
good
right
chatting
there with you, brother.
Yeah.
So excited.
Thank you.